welcome back to the Spoony Stitcher channel. I'm Shannon, the Spoony Stitcher. This is the Stitchery, and I'm so glad that you joined me today. Today we are going to use a bunch of Dollar Tree products to make something really fantastic for organizing your crochet supplies. And the best part of this, everything I use in this video, you can get at the Dollar Tree. Everything. Okay, so what are we making? Well, I was inspired by the Posh Paper Lady. She made something for her pens and accessories for her paper crafting, and I went, I think I can do something with that for crochet. And I did. I was so excited. It is different from hers. First of all, it holds different things, and second of all, it looks different. Same concept, completely different look. And I'm really excited to share it with you. Now, this is not a tutorial. I want to make that clear. This is not a tutorial. I will show you what I bought, show you what I did, but not really exactly tell you how to make it. I don't really have the equipment for a full-on tutorial type video for this thing because it is a little large. It's not like crocheting in front of a screen, it's larger. But I can still tell you what I did and try to help you figure out what you need. First of all, I will show you the design that inspired me. This is what the Posh Paper Lady made. Isn't it cool looking? Everything you see here, for the most part, she got from the Dollar Tree. So how is ours going to look a little bit different and suit our crochet needs? Well, first of all, her back is chipboard. I don't really have chipboard, and I wanted something sturdy, so I was looking around the Dollar Tree and I thought, ooh, and I saw letter trays. You know, the trays that sit on your desk and you put papers in them, the inbox, the outbox, you know, the letter tray. This one is marble and this one is blue. I've also seen pink and I think gray was also an option. So you need one of these. Little buffalo check ones. Now these are the short kind, but they also have the tall kind, and they have them in purple and blue and pink and green, and so you can see the difference. So depending on which one you prefer, there's the short version and the tall version. You need about 3 of these. So 3 of whatever version, or you can mix and match if you want. You could spray paint these if you don't like the colors. So you need about 3 of those. You also need a pencil cup. Now, this one is goes with the buffalo check. I'm actually making 2 versions of the same thing. Not 2 of the same thing, but 2 versions, and I'll show you both of them. So, this is the pencil cup. It also comes in this really pink marble with gold streaks in it version. So you need one of these. You also need a little post-it note holder. Looks like this. Okay. And my favorite part, you need the little bitty drawers. These things, they come in a bunch of colors this year, but you need about 3 of these. If you're just making the one version, you'll only need 2. If you're making both versions, you'll need 3. So, whichever version you make, you know you'll need about 3 of these. Foam board, black or white. Mine are scraps from a project that I did earlier. Glue. You can use crazy glue, super glue, E6000. I don't recommend hot glue because it is all plastic. And that can go one way or the other. Just real quickly, I did forget something. You will see packs of these at the Dollar Tree. Pick some up. You'll need them to hold your pieces together while they dry. Bit of a different view. We're on the floor today. All right, so you need this. If it has a sticker on it, like this one does, you can take it off if you want to. It probably won't matter. You'll probably cover it up anyway, but that's completely up to you. First, you need to decide how you want your layout. So for me, I want my layout to be different on both of these. I will show you each one in a second. Okay, I'm going to try and show you this without it all falling apart because it's not glued or anything yet, but ta-da! It'll look better when it's glued, I swear. But as you can see, we're building kind of a little tower. So I will show you what everything is used for at the very end. But this is the basic look that you want. It's really easy. You line everything up next to it and you glue them on top of each other. That's it. So that's one. So here's a quick tip. I'm going to tape these shut so that they don't move around on me. Just with Scotch tape. Just tape them to the sides. See? One moves, one doesn't. That's just a quick tip. Okay, so I've glued a few pieces. I've clamped them down so that they dry. So the black and white ones I showed you are flat, completely flat on both sides. However, the springtime color ones are not. They have a ridge. Can you see that? See how this side comes up just a little bit on the sides? Yeah. So you want to glue there, not the middle, because it won't even matter because there'll be a gap. I'll show you. So if you line up two of these, and it takes a minute. Okay. There's a gap. See? They're together in the front and on the sides, but in the back and the bottom, there's a gap. So glue the edges, not the middle. If you glue the middle, nothing will stick. So make sure you do the edges. So the black and white ones curve slightly when you stack them all together. See that slight bend? Okay, so what you have to do is make sure that the side of the paper tray and the side of this are really, really glued, because you're not going to be able to glue much here, probably the edges again, but the middle part won't stick because, see, it curves in. That's not flat. So you're going to have to depend on the sides. But don't worry, you'll also glue it to the base. Let's talk about the base. I got a piece of foam board that is a little bit bigger than my base. So you want it to show just a little bit. I didn't measure anything or anything like that. Nothing is precise in this. It's just took the letter tray, put it on the foam board, and cut it just like that. And you'll glue this down, and that'll be your base. And then you can glue everything to the base and the paper tray at the same time. Please do not glue anything in without the base being attached. So this is our base, and I'm about to glue this part inside and to the base, like so. I just glued it, so I'm holding it in place. Because I want it really solid on the bottom and on the side. Which is a little tricky because remember, this isn't even on this side. I'm using clamps to hold it in place as best I can, but I don't have one that's long enough on this side. So, nope, that won't work either. As you can see, I am full of trial and error today. Don't forget about the back. Make sure that's nice and solid. So I glued on the back, trying to avoid the drawers as much as possible. Anything that's clear on the drawer, don't glue it. That's part of the drawer mechanism. So I glued mostly the back. And I'm still gonna have to do the floor a little bit, but I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that. Remember, this is just trial and error. I've never done this before. That's important to know. Remember our black and white one? That one's actually not looking too bad. The cup's pretty secure, so I just have to secure the back to this. And I will do that off camera. Last but not least, this little guy has to go up here. Okay, I just wanted to show you what it would look like if you used the black and white version for your crochet stuff. So this is my prim hooks, and they fit in the cup nicely. You have a little area for stitch markers and a tape measure if you like. These are the Yarnology hooks. They fit great in these little slots, and they're really long. So you can fit, you know, really long crochet hooks, and I'm sure the prim fits in there too. Yep. I just chose to do that. You could put like, you know, big fabric scissors or something in there if you wanted. The little embroidery scissors fit in here, and they're kind of long for scissors, so you should be able to fit, you know, pens, pencils, styluses, whatever you use for crochet in the little one as well as the big one. Now I will show you the big one. Alrighty, so as you can see, the last little pencil case thing didn't fit. Remember that ridge I told you about earlier, so they don't line up perfectly? Yeah, it was just too big. So I have this space here. So I have my light up hooks in their nice little case here, and that fits in nicely. Look at that. Okay, so we have scissors. These are my tools I use for amigurumi. I will talk more about that in a different video. Hooks fit in here really well. I've even got rubber handle ones that are sticky, they fit, and slick ones that fit. Then you have plastic. These are like the ones that come with magazines and stuff. And then pencils, because we all need pencils. So in the drawers, I put tape measures and little seam rippers and stuff. This one has stitch markers. This one has needles. Needles. Okay, see? Yes, good. And then this one has my row counters. So these little guys. So the top, there's no room for pins. So I have my amigurumi tools, but I don't have anywhere for my pins to hold them all together. So I crocheted this years ago, this little cup, because I saw coffee cups everywhere, and I'm a tea drinker, so I wanted a tea cup. So see, it's got a nice little fluffy edge and a little delicate handle. Yeah, okay, I was just messing around. Anyway, I made it into a pin cushion, and so I keep my pins in there, and it fits really nicely in this tiny little spot up here, which I will show you in 1 second. Okay, so in this little spot up here, I keep my needle threaders. Don't put them in these are too deep, but if you put them in this, it's just shallow enough and you can just grab them like that. So it's important to know that this entire unit is not made to be moved around a lot. The base is secure, but you know, it's foam core board, so don't trust it to, you know, carry this around. This is something that you would leave on your desk or your work surface or wherever you're working. If you are going to carry it, please carry the sides and hold the drawers in and carry the bottom at the same time. That's the only way I would recommend moving it around. But mainly I made this to just sit on my desk. So now I will show you what I did with my office one. Okay, so here's my office one. I raised it up on a book so you can see it better. Yeah, so I fit everything in there nicely. We have glue sticks, highlighters, my giant eraser, pencil lead, staple remover, some of my favorite pens, pencils, options for other things, some of my like clicky pens, and then my Catalina pens, binder clips, and paper clips. This I literally used for post-it notes. That is actually what it's for. Pencil cup for, you know, scissors and bigger things. I put in the between here are my index cards because I use those a lot. There was a little bit of room on the edge of the board, so I put my stapler. And up here I also have my box cutter. If you do not have one of these, you need them. They are so wonderful. I got these off of Amazon. I think it's like a pack of 12 or something. They're called, I think, cloud cutters. Anyway, and then here's my post-it notes. So that's how my office one turned out. And I think I like it. Obviously some tweaking here and there, but you can see what you can use different things for. And yeah, I think I like it. And that's it. That's all you have to do. It's pretty simple. As you can see, there's lots of different ways you can use stuff, which is pretty fun. And I made an office one and a crochet one. So that's pretty cool. There might be some tweaking here and there, but I was just trying to give you ideas of what you can use the different slots for. That's all there is to it. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing and be part of the Yarny Zebra family. I'm so happy you could join me today. Leave me in the comments. Tell me, what was your favorite part? What would you do with these materials? Are you gonna try this? Let me know. All right, I have to go now, but remember, spoonies can stitch it up too. Goodbye.